If you're over 60, these three nuts may be silently draining your strength every single day. And here's the kicker. They're the ones most people still believe are healthy, from inflamed joints to kidney stress to memory fog. We'll reveal the three nuts every senior should avoid, and the three you need more than ever. Because at this age, the wrong food doesn't just slow you down, it can steal years of strength and clarity. You're trying to eat better, cut back on sweets, watch the salt, and maybe you even swapped chips for a handful of nuts. But what if some of those nuts, the very ones labeled heart healthy, were actually harming your liver, bones, or medications? After 60, your body handles food differently. The same snack that fueled you at 40 may now be feeding the very inflammation slowing you down. Today we'll uncover what to avoid and what to embrace so you can protect your energy, joints, memory, and independence. Always consult your healthcare provider before making dietary changes. 1. Peanuts. The inflammatory rust in your body. You've probably heard peanuts are healthy, a good source of plant protein, right? Well, if you're over 60, they might be doing more harm than good. Let me show you why. Peanuts aren't even real nuts, they're legumes. And they carry two hidden problems that get worse with age. The first, omega-6 fats. Now, your body needs a little of them, but peanuts are packed with pro-inflammatory omega-6s and very little of the omega-3s that help calm the fire. Over time, this imbalance builds up. And after 60, when your body isn't as quick to recover, it's like adding gasoline to a slow-burning flame inside your joints. But that's not the surprising part. Peanuts also carry a hidden toxin. It's called aflatoxin, and it comes from mold that grows on stored nuts. In your younger years, your liver would just flush it out, no big deal. But after 65, your liver's natural detox system starts to slow down, especially the enzymes that deal with toxins like aflatoxin. And when that happens, what used to be just a snack could now be fueling fatigue, joint pain, and bloating. That's exactly what happened to Frank, a retired firefighter. He had a peanut butter sandwich every day for lunch. But when he swapped in walnuts for just a few weeks, his morning stiffness faded, and that constant bloated feeling, gone. So here's what you do. Toss the peanuts. Swap in raw walnuts or a few unsalted almonds. Give it 3 to 6 weeks. Your body needs time to quiet the fire, because inflammation is like rust, and peanuts, they don't just cause it, they pour gasoline on it. 2. Cashews, the calcium thieves. Now cashews, they're tasty, creamy, and feel lighter than other nuts. But for seniors, they can quietly steal something your body desperately needs after 60. Calcium. Here's what most people don't know. Cashews are high in compounds called oxalates. These tiny molecules bind to calcium in your gut. So instead of going to your bones and muscles, your calcium gets flushed out or stuck in your kidneys. Ever felt those sharp little aches in your lower back? Or had to make bathroom trips more often than usual? It could be your cashews. A 2024 review from the Journal of Bone and Mineral Metabolism found that high oxalate foods like cashews can reduce calcium absorption by over 20% in aging adults. And after 60, that adds up fast. Even worse, your kidneys aren't filtering as efficiently anymore. So, when oxalates keep building up, they can crystallize into tiny stones that scratch, inflame, and cause serious pain. Helen, 67, thought her nightly handful of cashews was helping her sleep, but her doctor traced her rising kidney numbers back to her snack. She cut her intake, spaced calcium-rich foods 2 hours apart, and within a month, those frequent bathroom trips disappeared. Her stiffness in the morning, cut in half. So, what should you do? Keep cashews to a maximum of 6 to 8 pieces a week. Drink a full glass of water right after. And don't pair them with yogurt or dairy at the same time. Space it by 2 hours. Think of oxalates like molecular handcuffs. They grab your calcium and don't let go, leaving your bones weaker, your kidneys overloaded, and your energy drained. 3. Pine nuts. When a nut disrupts your medicine, most people don't think twice about pine nuts. They're small, delicate, kind of fancy. But if you're over 60 and on any medication, pine nuts could be quietly throwing off your entire system. Here's how. Pine nuts interfere with a powerful detox system in your liver called the cytochrome P450 enzyme family. Think of it like your body's internal pharmacy. Every time you take medication, this enzyme helps break it down, absorb it, and remove what you don't need. But pine nuts, they can jam that system. So instead of clearing meds the way they should, your body ends up with too much in your system for too long. That's when side effects show up. Headaches, dizziness, even strange taste changes, a condition known as pine mouth syndrome. George, 74, started noticing a bitter metallic taste in his mouth days after having pesto with pine nuts. His blood pressure meds suddenly felt too strong. His energy dropped. His doctor traced it back, not to the medication, but to the nuts. The Journal of Clinical Pharmacology confirms it. Pine nuts can suppress drug metabolism in aging adults by up to 40%, especially when liver function has already slowed with age. So, what should you do? If you're taking any medications, avoid pine nuts entirely. Watch for taste changes. That's often the first sign. Swap them out for chopped almonds or pistachios in salads or recipes. Because when your liver's working harder, every bite matters. And sometimes it's not the medication that's causing trouble. It's what you're eating with it. Which of these surprised you most so far? Peanuts, cashews, or pine nuts? Let me know in the comments. And don't worry, we're about to dive into the good ones. 4. Almonds, the energy stabilizer. Let's flip the script now. Because while some nuts can slow you down, others can do something remarkable, especially for your energy after 60. Let's talk about almonds. Almonds are rich in magnesium and fiber, 2 nutrients many seniors are quietly missing. And without them, your blood sugar swings like a roller coaster. You feel fine after lunch. And then boom, the 3 p.m. crash hits. But almonds, they act like cruise control for your blood sugar. One study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2020, showed that just 10 almonds per day helped reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by over 30% in older adults. That means fewer crashes, less brain fog, and steadier energy without caffeine or sugar. Rosa, 71, used to reach for cookies in the afternoon. She said it helped her get through until dinner, but it also made her groggy, bloated, and irritable by 5 p.m. So she made a simple switch, 12 raw almonds around 2:30 p.m. with a cup of herbal tea. Within a week, no more naps, no more mood swings. And she told me this herself. It's like my brain stays on all the way to bedtime. So if you want steadier afternoons, snack on 10 to 12 raw, unsalted almonds. Eat them mid-morning or between 2 and 4 p.m. Chew slowly. Your body absorbs better that way. Because after 60, your energy isn't just about how much you sleep. It's about what fuels you between meals. 5. Walnuts. The brain's favorite fuel. If there's one nut that deserves a place in every senior's kitchen, it's the humble walnut. Why? Because walnuts aren't just heart healthy, they're brain smart. They're rich in ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fat that supports the very connections inside your brain, the synapses where memory lives. And here's the beautiful part. The shape of a walnut? It actually looks like the brain nature knows. A UCLA study found that older adults who ate a small handful of walnuts daily scored higher on memory and concentration tests compared to those who didn't. Another paper in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging, 2021, linked walnuts to a 15% reduction in cognitive decline risk in people over 65. Rosa, the same woman who added almonds for her energy, also made walnuts part of her morning routine. 7 walnut halves sprinkled over oatmeal. Every morning, no fail. She told me her favorite part wasn't just sharper focus. It was remembering things in conversation again. Little things, names, dates, where she put the keys. It's like I'm back in the room, she said, and my grandkids notice. Because memory. It isn't just for you. It's how your family connects with who you are. So here's the protocol. Add 7 to 10 walnut halves to your breakfast or smoothie. Eat them early in the day to fuel brain function. Pair with berries or oats for extra antioxidant support. Walnuts are like brain fertilizer. They don't just keep the lights on. They help you stay you. 6. Macadamia, the joint guardian. Let's talk about your joints. The creaking, the morning stiffness, that slow, careful rise from the couch. Now, part of that comes with age, but part of it comes from what you feed your joints. And one of the most joint-loving foods you can eat is also one of the most overlooked, macadamia nuts. They're buttery, smooth, and yes, a little pricier. But they may be worth every penny if you want to move with less pain. Macadamias are packed with monounsaturated fats, the same type found in olive oil. These healthy fats help lower CRP, a key marker of inflammation tied to joint pain and stiffness. And they support the oils and membranes that keep your joints lubricated and mobile. The Nutrients Journal, 2021, showed that seniors who included macadamia oil or nuts saw significant reductions in joint inflammation within 6 weeks. And when combined with light daily movement, those benefits were even stronger. Bill, 73, started adding 5 macadamia nuts before his morning walk. Just 5. Within a month, he said his knees felt 10 years younger. I don't sound like a floorboard when I stand up anymore, he joked. So if you want to protect your mobility as you age, this might be one of the simplest daily upgrades you can make. Try this. Eat 5 to 6 raw macadamia nuts. Have them before your walk or stretching routine. Drink water or herbal tea alongside for absorption. Macadamias are like joint oil, quiet, gentle, powerful. You don't feel the change overnight, but one day you get up and something's different. You move easier, softer, without thinking twice. And that's when you know your body's starting to trust you again. You've just learned which nuts to avoid and which ones can help you feel stronger, sharper, and more like yourself again. But let's pause for a moment, because this isn't really about nuts. It's about something deeper. Your body after 60 isn't broken. It's just more selective. And what you give it, even something as small as a snack, can shape your energy, your memory, your freedom to move. Every time you swap a peanut for a walnut, a cashew for an almond, you're telling your body, I'm listening. So here's a gentle challenge. What if healing your strength starts with letting go of just one food, just one change, one habit, one handful? Let us know in the comments. Which of these are you keeping and which are you letting go? And if you want more senior smart nutrition, more gentle guidance, and more clarity about how to stay strong as you age, tap that button and join us each week. This journey, you don't have to walk it alone.